So this is this is actually taking me more than I thought. This was going to be 1 hour and a half, but this is actually taking me more than that. And uh, I don't know. Maybe we'll take 1 more hour at best, at least today. And it's not because it's not a question of time. It has to do with if I stay too long reading, my vocal cords start really getting affected. Because today I'm at home, so it's fine. Because I've been sick, and so it's fine. I could continue. The thing is that I reach a point where my vocal cords start really getting on it. So I'll say maybe we'll see. Maybe 1 more hour today, and we'll continue on another day. But I think I'm starting to get maybe the first chapter was with one boy, and now we have the second chapter with another. And I don't know if we're going to have like a third one with the other guy, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see it, okay? Because I'm thinking that they actually said something in here, which was we had Shinichi's route, Yuuya's route, and it's funny that it's not mentioned in here the other guy's route, which is Guillam. Guillam's route, it's not mentioned in here, so maybe we will only have like these two. I don't know. We'll see it. That was a good lunch. It sure was. I hope I didn't intrude your lunchtime. I did not know you would be there. Of course not. Anyone is free to eat there. I guess we were lucky to find that place. Which reminds me, Matsubayashi-san, I think I will have to leave here. Sure, you have something to do? No, but in case the seniors see us together like this, they might misunderstand and tease us again. Yeah, sure. That's true. I don't want to have to deal with them again. It's not as if we're doing anything wrong, so we need to hide, but frankly, it gets annoying. Alright then, I'll get going first. Yes, thank you for your company at lunch. Same here. Takahara disappeared into a convenience store and I started walking back to the office. It's just social graces, but Takahara can be overly polite at times. But of course, that is way better than the seniors who completely disregard the feelings of others. One thing I find strange, though, is how Takahara doesn't seem to talk to the seniors at all unless it's for work or when they tease him. I can understand why he wouldn't want to with the noisy ones, but it seems like he doesn't hang out with even the more mature ones like Oguro-jin and Maiko. Perhaps he prefers a quiet lunch like me, which is why he would even choose to eat in that ramen stall in the first place. But whatever his intentions, who am I to judge what someone else does? After all, in this world, for every 10 people, there will be 10 different opinions. True. Shiharu-san, I'm done with editing the column for the news magazine and I've sent it over to you. Okay, good. Jean and I will do the rest tomorrow. You are done for the day, right? I am, but should I send it over to Ogura-san as well? No, that's fine, I'll do it. It's been a hard work day and it's already 30 minutes past the end of your shift, so you go home. Thank you, I'll excuse myself then. I glanced over to where the marketing department was and saw that all of them were still working. Oh, the marketing department is still working. Senpai, I'll excuse myself for the day. Bye, Matsu-chan. Thanks for the work. Seems like Takahara's too engrossed to hear me. Well, good luck to him. I think he's just doing it on purpose, so they don't start talking, you know. And when it was my turn to draw the lot of the bag, he winked at me. Wink at you? Why would he do that? Do I really have to explain? It just means he was flirting. Okay. And then we happened to get the same numbers, so we formed a pair. Doesn't that just mean he planned it that way? Which is why he winked at you? Of course not. The lots are totally random. It's fate. Fate. That's extreme. Even if he didn't plan it, it's just a coincidence. When we left the karaoke lounge, he took my number and gave me his, and the very next day he called me out for lunch, as you know. How was lunch with him? It was so good. He booked a restaurant. Can you believe it? Sounds exactly like what rich boys do to hook girls in. But the whole time we were eating, I was so self-conscious about whether I was using my cutlery right or not. I was so nervous that I left so much food over. Sounds tough. Did he notice you were nervous? I don't know, but I hope he doesn't think that I didn't enjoy the meal. That's what I'm more afraid of. How did he respond after the meal and all? He was very kind. He promised to see me again. So that means he's interested in you as well, right? I don't know. What if he saw my bad table manners and lost interest? Your table manners are absolutely fine, Rika. It's not as if you licked the table or anything. You, of course not. Then it should be fine, right? Yeah, but he's brought up as an elite after all. I'm sure there are some etiquettes that commoners like us don't follow. That kind of reminds me of Takahara being overly polite. I hope he wasn't being a jerk and pointed out that you were holding the spoon wrongly or something. You know, let me tell you something. This is like between us. Me and everyone that actually has access to this. So it's like between us. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of like frustrated for me because Japaneses really like to point the fingers to people that do not know how to eat with the hashi. The hashi, the wooden things. So what do you call them? Whatever. They really like to point fingers if you do not know how to chopsticks, sorry. It was not coming to me. So it's hashi, the name, and they really like that. And I'm like, dude, you go to other countries, you do not know how to hold the cutlery in the other countries either. But you go to your country and you see like people in there not knowing how to hold the hashi, the chopsticks. And you're like, because they don't know. And I'm like, why you like that? Why? Like, at least I can tell you, like in here where I live, we do not mind if people do not know how to hold the cutlery in the right way. We are like, okay, it's fine. I mean, it's like, yeah, the person came from another place, whatever. But they are like so prejudiced with this little thing. It really gets in my mind, honestly. It gets on my mind. Like, maybe you have like no idea what I'm talking about, but when you are in there, you notice that they are like so picky with that, and you're like, yeah, but when you go to other places, you also don't know, and no one is pointing fingers at you. But in here, you like to point fingers at people because you are a very prejudiced type of people. They are, excuse me, my friends, they are very, very prejudiced type of people. Well, let's continue. It's not, yeah, sure, I like them, I like their culture and all of it, but maybe because of that, and I already saw a lot of things, and I already conversed with them, and all, blah, blah, blah. Pero. Exactly because of that, I can actually tell you they are very prejudiced type of people. They really are. Nothing of the sort, but he kind of stared at me when I started cutting the chicken. It was then I started regretting it. I should have ordered fish instead. Being that uptight over a meal is just silly. If you don't mind me being honest, Rika, what, you think he doesn't like me after all? No, not that. Just that if he minds things like that even before you start officially dating, then what else will bother him when you actually start dating each other? Well, I don't know if he minds, but I don't want to leave a bad impression. I mean, if you're worrying about something like that at such an early stage, I'm just anxious, but I'm sure it will work out. I think he likes me. And do you like him? I don't know, I think so. You're not sure about your own feelings, but you think he likes you. He kept talking to me during the Gokkan. He got my number, he called me out for lunch. And he held my hand in the cinema. What, on the second day they met? Rika, isn't that a little too forward? I mean, you've only met each other twice and he holds your hand. Yeah, they also have like this way of thinking, you know. It's kind of like the way that they are. Rika replied a little defensively. Really, I think it was romantic. Romantic? She just can't see that he's taking advantage of her. So does this mean you are a couple with him now? Huh? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, he hasn't asked yet. He didn't formally ask you out, but he held your hand. Asami, not everything has to go by the book, you know, that's not how romance works. She's really stubborn. I don't want to be a busybody, but I really don't want her to get unnecessarily hurt again. And she doesn't know her own feelings well, so she's waiting for something to happen. I'm not going to poke my nose into it, but if you feel uncomfortable rushing into a relationship for the sake of having one night, for having one might not be healthy. Asami, I know you care, but I know this will work out. Seems like she's not going to change her mind. Yeah, when like people are like in the beginning of like being in love or fantasizing about someone, they are just so blind. Even us, ourselves, we are kind of like that. We just don't see it during those times. We don't see it. We are so blind, honestly. I just have to hope the best for her. All right then, when are you meeting him again? That I'm not sure. Why? He says he's busy during the weekends and will let me know again. Is that why you are worried that he lost interest? Yeah. I shouldn't be saying irresponsible things, but seeing Rika so unlike her usual bubbly self just doesn't feel right. Don't worry, Rika, I'm sure he'll call you soon. Yeah, thanks. Don't lose sleep over it. I'm not that anxious, you know. Good then, by the way, I should go now. I have a class and my internship tomorrow, plus it's almost the deadline for the gallery piece. Okay then, I'll see you. Thanks for listening. Anytime, see you. I've been trying to come up with something for the gallery, but I keep thinking about what Rika said instead. I want to support Rika in her relationship, but that guy doesn't seem like a good person for her at all. I'm not being a prude, but holding her hand on the second meeting, it's so obvious that he's looking for someone easy. For us, it would be totally normal, but for them, let me tell you, they can pass like months and months, sometimes even years without even kissing, okay? But they are already like considered, you know, a couple. But for them, this is like totally normal. Not for us, okay? But for them, this is normal. Rika can be naive when it comes to guys, which is why she got cheated on by her first boyfriend. Besides, I've never liked someone so much that I'll get nervous just eating with them. But it seems to me that Rika's anxiousness is about pleasing him rather than because she likes him. Or are they related? Does liking someone mean wanting to please them? It does. You always want to please the other person. It is related. But yeah, maybe she's still like in a very, very beginner's phase of the situation. And especially, yeah, I would say even more right at the beginning, you even want to please more, because you really want to grab the attention of the other person, even if you're not sure about your own feelings. But if you have to be worried about how someone will see you and whether they like this trait or that trait in you, it's just going to be painful. The anxiety before a relationship, the anxiety during the relationship, the hurt if it fails. Is a relationship really worth it? Why do people have to get together? I really don't understand. Honestly, I think people get together for different reasons. Like, we all like to think about it in a very pure kind of way, that it's always because of love. But no, people get together sometimes for different reasons, It's not always just because of love. When I see you for only half a day, I feel like I've not seen you at all. That's because we are glued to our computers. Shiharu-san sighed at my statement. One of these days, we should have dinner together with Jin and Maiko too. Ah, Anego, what about us? If you guys come along, it'll be a rampage rather than a dinner. That's not true, Anego. We are not as quiet as Takahara, but we do behave in public, So they do have some self-awareness that they misbehave in the office. Speaking of which, where is he? Taka-chan isn't scheduled to work today, he has classes. Is that so? Anyway, Asami, you better get going. The useless chatter of these guys can last all night. Alright then, I'll excuse myself for the day. See you on Friday. So Takahara isn't here today. For some reason, I feel relieved. Even though 40 years like us. What? Even though 40 years like us don't have... Oh, 40 years, okay. Stuck. I was thinking about 4 years in... Okay. 4th years like us don't have many classes. It must still be quite tough to have to stay late for work. I don't get the feeling that Takahara is looking for a long-term stay in this company, so I wonder why he works so hard for it. I guess in the end, men are all about focusing on their careers. The following day, I was sitting in a corner of the library, resting my head on my hands. The open house is next week, and I have yet to come up with anything. I've reworked the sketches twice, but no matter how I see it, these sakura are just too lifeless to be considered hope. I know I shouldn't be so hung up on using sakura, but the theme is too generalized for me to get any good ideas. Koga said he was looking forward to my piece, and while I'm obviously not trying hard because of him, I want to create something I'm satisfied with. After all, this is a piece that others will look at, and if they don't see the hope that it stands for, my piece won't have much meaning. Club will start in about 20 minutes, so I should get going soon. Maybe I should ask Tatsuno-sensei for advice. As I stood up to leave, a familiar voice called out to me. Hi, Asami-san. Kaga, don't call me by my first name. Guards tied as usual, huh? What were you doing here? Just working on my piece for the gallery. Oh, really? Yeah? So did you come here to get reference books for your piece? No, I was just reworking my sketches. You're not done with the sketches yet? Open house is next week, I know I'm just not satisfied with what I have. Why not? It's too simple and doesn't fit the theme somehow. Simple is good sometimes as well. That could be so. Why are you following me, by the way? You're going to club now, aren't you? Let's go together. I want to avoid talking to him as much as I can, but your silence means no? Even if I said no, you would follow me anyway. You're not wrong. Guys, this thick skin actually exists. By the way, why are you heading there so early? I want to speak to Tatsuno-sensei first. Tatsuno-sensei, he went to Tibet, remember? It's going to be someone else starting today. Oh no, that had completely slipped my mind. I forgot actually, I was too fixated on asking Tatsuno-sensei about my piece. Well, he announced it suddenly, I don't really blame you. Having club lessons without Tatsuno-sensei is so unthinkable. I wonder why he didn't tell us beforehand. From what he told me, he had been pondered for 2 weeks and only decided the day before because he found a trustworthy replacement. Which is the new teacher? I guess so. Do you know who it is? Nope, but Tatsuno-sensei did say he's very good at what he does, didn't he? I hope he is. I'm sure he'll be a geezer with a long list of achievements behind him. I wonder what he's good at. Hopefully not clay work, or we'll be doing a lot more of that. You really don't like clay work, huh? I don't. Well, we are here, so time to see if your nightmare comes true or not. As Kaga opened the door, our gaze turned to a man standing in front of the glass display cabinet. Staring intently through the glass doors of the cabinet, it was clear that he was evaluating the pieces displayed inside. Appearing as if he had not noticed us, he took a step towards the right and continued gazing thoughtfully at the art pieces. After a few seconds of silent observation, he murmured something to himself. Beside me, Kaga whispered, "This is our new club teacher." He isn't even Japanese, is he? He could be just a guest. He kind of resembles the guy I saw in the health gadget shop the other day. Is he? But surely it can't be. I'll just greet him anyway. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Upon hearing our greeting, the man turned towards us with a smile. Hello, art club students. He spoke in slightly accented Japanese, and Kaga could not contain his surprise. You are speaking Japanese, and you're not a geezer. The man replied in a sharp tone upon hearing Kaga's rude remark. My name is Guillam Matisse. Guillam Matisse. It's yeah, now that I'm seeing it like in this way, it's a French name. Guillam Matisse, if that's what you're wondering. Oh, pardon me. Agiya? So you're really not Japanese? That I will tell you when the others are here, and if my name is too difficult to pronounce, just call me sensei. Yes, I'm Kaga Shinichi. Nice to meet you. Kaga, the leader of the club. The club. Nice to meet you. And this lady here? Nice to meet you. I'm Matsubayashi Asami. You look familiar. Have I seen you somewhere before? It really is him. What? The first thing you do is hit on her? What is Kaga saying? That wasn't my intention, but I'm sorry. I didn't know she was your girlfriend. Huh? I'm not. Oh, you're not? Then I retract my apology. Poor boy. What? Nothing. What did you mean by her looking familiar? Exactly what I said. I know I've seen her somewhere. This is a pickup line. Why don't you ask her then? As expected of Kaga, he breaks the ice with people quickly. but these two are getting off track. I'll better stop them before the others come in and chance upon this bizarre situation of the club leader and the foreign talking about pickup lines. Let's do like another save in here or something. So agree that you've seen him before, deny that you've seen him. That's true, we've seen before. Stop it, Kaga, I've seen him. What? So it really wasn't meant to be a pickup line? That's what I've been trying to say. Fine, but where did you see him? In town last week. He was looking for a microwave. Oh, now I remember. Yes, I was. Thank you again for the other day. Not at all. I hope you found what you were looking for. I definitely found the microwave, but I was completely lost at the government office the next day. I'm sorry, I must have given you the wrong directions. No, not at all. I wasn't lost on my way to the government office, but at the government office. Okay. Not in the way, but in there. Okay. Why so? You speak Japanese fine. Well, after getting a queue ticket and being attended to, I was told that I couldn't register there since I didn't stay in the area. Oh, right. I just pointed him to the nearest government office, assuming that he's staying in the area. I'm sorry. I assumed you stayed in town. Please don't apologize, it wasn't your fault since you wouldn't have known where I stayed. I hope you ended up finding the right one. I did. Thankfully, I managed to contact No-chan to help me out. No-chan? Who's that? Your teacher whom I am replacing, Tatsuno Hitoshi. No-chan was Tatsuno-sensei's nickname? No-chan. That's some naming sense you have there. I've been calling him that since I was a child. He goes back a long way with my mother. But it kind of fits Tatsuno-sensei, actually. He's so mild-mannered. That's true, actually. I can imagine Tatsuno-sensei surrounded by children calling him No-chan. Which reminds me, that must be why Tatsuno-sensei had to leave early on the day of the farewell party. Oh right, now that you mention it. A party? I'm sorry to have interrupted that. It can't be helped. Some procedures are really complicated for foreigners. Even for us, actually. Yeah, like, you have a lot of, like, bureaucracy in there. Like, you still have a lot of paper in here in Europe, but like in Japan it's insane. It's even more than in here. Okay, that is absolutely true. I went to the immigration office before that and was equally confused. Like, yeah, there's a lot of paperwork in there that just for like a tiny little thing. Yeah. Was it for your visa? Yes, I needed to get some technicalities sorted out. Well, yeah, temporary visitors are not allowed to have a job. I'm curious though, did you come here for a holiday? Not exactly. I initially came here to do some work for the sister art gallery of the main branch I'm employed by. Art gallery? Ah, come to think of it, I've not told you what I do. You're not a teacher? I'm an art dealer from New York. Art dealers, people who buy and sell art for exhibitions and museums. An art dealer who ends up as a teacher for an art club. I have my reasons. Anyway, enough of the story. Now that you know I wasn't trying to hit on her. It's funny because like he looks French, he has a French name, but he was working in New York and now he's in Japan. But like, big story in here. The other students should be coming soon, so Kaga, could you help me set up the easels? Sure thing. Thank you, and Asami too. Why are you calling her by her first name? Because she isn't your girlfriend? That doesn't mean you can call her by her first name. You were hitting on her after all. Kaga is one to talk. He always tries to call me by my first name too. Using first names is common to Westerners. Then why am I Kaga? It's shorter and easier to remember. Yeah, I think they forgot something in here to put in terms of honorifics. That's true, but no, I can't accept this. In the first place, calling someone by their given name on the first meeting is rude. But she didn't say I can't. You didn't even ask. If she didn't like it, she would have protested. In fact, I think like there are moments in here where they are not actually using any honorific, and I'm like, I don't know if like, yeah, sure, maybe with Rika and Asami they would probably be totally okay because they are really good friends of not using any honorific. But there are other moments in here where I felt like they needed to put some honorifics in there. If she didn't like it, she would have protested. Besides, her family name is too long to remember, right, Asami? That's like, yeah, that's like a bit too much. Like him just saying Asami without like san or okun or nothing is just awkward. That's not an excuse. In Rome, do as the Romans do. It's not awkward for us. It's just like me trying to like think in a situation like in there, it would just be really awkward. These two are strangely alike. Hearing them quarrel is like being caught between two annoying bulbul birds. How I wish Shiharu-san was here to shut them up. If she protests, I'll call her something else, of course. Well, Matsubayashi, say something. The two of them turned to me expectantly and knew I couldn't ignore them any longer. I know my family name is really long, but I don't feel comfortable with a stranger calling me by my first name. Yeah, I would totally feel that. And knowing Koga, he'll make a big fuss if I said yes. I imagine him insistently calling me by my name, and that's one thing I really want to avoid. I'm sorry, Sensei, but I'll prefer it if you're not. That can be helped then. I have a wonderful alternative. How about Ma-chan? Asami is good. I'll rather die than be called Ma-chan. What? Matsubayashi, are you serious? Do you want to be called Ko-chan? No. But there are plenty of alternatives, aren't there? Like Matsu or something. I can't pronounce that two sound well, which is why Tatsuno is no-chan. Of course you can. Like you have like a French name. You can say the two very well. Stop with that. Don't come with that situation. You just said it. I heard it. Kage is fine. It's just a name. And even like for an English person, like you can say two, right? I think you can. There's no issue with that. Kage, it's fine. It's just a name. Especially since it's that or Ma-chan. Then I'll start calling you Asami too. Don't. That's unfair. You're not making any sense. Why not? If a stranger can, then what about someone who has been classmates with you for 3 years? You know it doesn't work that way. Tell me how it works then. The juniors started streaming in at this moment, cutting our conversation short. Yeah, like Japanese take this like in a very, I don't know, in a very deep skin kind of thing, the honorifics, okay? I remember like talking with a Japanese girl, and I was like telling her like she was using the sama, and I was telling her like there was no need of keigo. Keigo is like the honorifics, and I was like there was no need of that. I was like telling her it's fine, and she was absolutely horrified with me saying that. And why am I telling you this? Because for them it's like an affront for you to kind of like be saying that when they are using it in a way that they are trying to kind of like, how to put it, be polite to you, okay? For them, calling you sama is also important because this has a meaning that, how should I put it, like that they respect you, okay? And you just telling them like you are not friends enough, and you're already like you're not acquaintances yet, and you're just telling them that no, do not use it, and they feel completely offended by this. Okay, so if you're a Westerner and you are talking to Japanese people, think about this. Do not like approach someone you kind of like just met or just being with that person for like some days only or something. Do not try to put it like in a way of like, oh, do not use keigo, do not use the honorifics. Don't. They get really offended by this, okay? Because for them it's like a privilege to be polite to you and call you in this way of using like sama or san. You can say, just if they start with the sama, what you can say is that it's fine, you can use san, okay? Like they take it in a better way than you just saying like there's no need of keigo. No, don't do it. For them it's really unpolite, okay? It's like they take it as an offense, okay? One thing is like they knowing you better, you've been with them for a really long time, and you're just saying like, you know, I think it's time, we don't need to use it. Other thing is just because you're a Westerner, you reach there and they're like being polite to you and you're like, oh, there's no need, you can just call me by my name, and they feel very frustrated with this. Okay, don't. Like I passed by this, so this is me giving you like an idea of the thing. So don't, okay, don't do it. I passed by that and the person was possessed, so don't. I thought that what I was doing was kind of like, you know, it's fine, I'm not from here, you can just, you know, in my country no one uses it, it's fine, you can. Yeah, don't do it, okay? I'm telling you, don't. They really get offended because for them it's kind of like it's a privilege of them to be treating you in a very polite way. It's kind of like you are taking that from them. It's and you are making them treat you in a way that they are not comfortable about it. It's troublesome, okay? Who's that foreigner? Sorry. Who's that foreigner? He's so hot. Is he the new teacher? But he doesn't look Japanese. Hello everyone, could you all take a seat? Almost everyone here. I've got no time or energy to waste on this. I'm fine with whatever is easier for sensei, but not you, you're Japanese. It's because I'm Japanese that I'm gonna call you Asami. This guy, he'll be the death of me. I mean, he has confidence. Like, I was telling you, like, I prefer the guys that have confidence. But he's just, I don't like him. You know, there's something about him that I just don't. Because he keeps insisting, he's kind of like stubborn, he keeps insisting on things, and it's just it's not for me. If you insist on calling me by my first name, I'm gonna call you Ko-chan. What? That's the worst nickname ever. It's like little, I don't know how to be. Ko-chan is like a really little thing, so it's like the worst nickname ever. It's like really little thing. Now that everyone is here, let me briefly introduce myself. Guillam Matisse, an art dealer from New York. However, I'm working at a sister gallery here in Japan for a year. New York, that's the first time I've met someone from there. An art dealer, that's so cool. Why can't he speak Japanese? Was he born here? Everyone suddenly started getting interested. Well, it's not every day you get an American foreign art teacher, an American art dealer at that. As expected of an art club with connections to large exhibitions, should I say? Call me Guillam if you want, but if it's too difficult to pronounce, just sensei is fine. Your previous teacher, Tatsuno, is a family friend of mine. I believe that he has already told you that he needed to leave for a research project in Tibet. I will replace him during the year he will be gone and look forward to teaching all of you here. Those are the basics. Any questions? Contrary to the buzz before, the club room was now silent by the time he finished his brief introduction. No one is saying anything. I guess everyone has burning questions, but are too shy to ask. But that's to be expected. His tone is kind but firm, and pairing that with his height, it must be intimidating to the juniors. Maybe I should help them break the ice as their senior. Thinking so, I was about to put up my hand, but before I could do so, one of the girls piped up inquisitively. I have a question. Since his Japanese is good, where did you learn it? My mother is Japanese, and while it isn't perfect, since I tend to forget words occasionally, I can speak at a conversational level. He's a half? He has green eyes, so I thought he was a complete Westerner. I intend to pick up on my Japanese in the year I am here, so if you catch me fumble, do help me out. Yes. Any other question? Sensei, if you're half Japanese, what about the other half? My father is French, hence my name, but I am legally American. Oh, okay. Yeah, because his name is a French name. Yeah. Seems like he's very culturally diverse. Any more questions? No? All right then, I want to get started on telling you what I will be teaching for the year. Feel free to interrupt if you have any questions. The club students nodded, and taking that as agreement, he continued. I have been looking at your pieces before you came, and it seems like many of you are very focused on using Japanese perspectives in art. That's because Tatsuno Sensei is the most skilled in that, so we simply learned it from him. That's all. That is what I will change in the year that I'll be here. Change it? What's wrong with Japanese people using Japanese perspectives? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Cultural perspectives in art is one of the things that make art beautiful. However, by being completely taken with expressing art in a single way, you are forgetting about the world. At this, the classroom went abuzz. Sensei, what do you mean by that? Japanese see art as beauty and art as the meaning of beauty. But in reality, while some are just there to beautify, not all art has to be beautiful, and not all art has to have meaning. Well, that really makes sense. I, for one, don't think Picasso's art is beautiful at all. Exactly. In Picasso's own words, art is a lie that makes us realize the truth. Art is used for a variety of purposes, and very often you would see that its main purpose is not to beautify. I have a question. What was the purpose of Picasso's art then? If you are talking about the abstract paintings he is known for, it's known as Cubism. Cubism had the purpose of adding a third dimension to the flat canvas that most artists adhere to. Then what about art not needing to have meaning? That would be how art is simply there to express. When a person creates art, they are expressing something: the sky, the mountains, a flower, a person, an idea. To others, it may be insignificant. Even the creator himself may think so, but it is still art. But isn't that the very foundation of wabi and sabi in Japanese art, using the mundane to signify beauty? Good point raised, but that is a different issue altogether. Wabi-sabi, which its roots in Zen Buddhism, is simply finding natural objects fascinating or becoming attuned to changes in the natural world. It is a meditative form of art rather than creative, and is different from expression. Oh, Tatsu-sensei never told us that. Tatsuno is a wonderful artist, so like any other accomplished one, he has his own views on art. But my artwork has been pretty much based on things in the natural world. I used so much of it for inspiration, so I don't really want to change the way I do art. I hesitated for a moment before raising my question. Does that mean we can continue using motifs from the natural world? Not at all, of course you can. I'm not here to tell you that you are wrong to see beauty in something I don't see beauty in, but rather to show you that there are many other ways of looking at a single thing, which is what Picasso was trying to do. Yes, very good. It can also be said that Cubism represents looking at things from different viewpoints to know a single entity. In the same way, I will teach you all about different kinds of art to widen your perspectives, to give you different viewpoints, and to teach you techniques that Tatsuno Sensei did not. Yeah, there's like a ton of students from art in Japan that actually go that come in here in Europe, especially to study other types of arts. Yes, because in there it's kind of like what he was saying. To continue using them or not is up to you. If that's the case, then it should be fine. His view of art for expression is something I've never thought about up until now. In the library just before art club, I thought that it would be meaningless if others didn't see what I was depicting in my Sakura piece. But maybe that's not the case. Even so, I still feel a little conflicted about using my Sakura sketches. Something feels off, but I can't quite pinpoint what it is. I should probably ask him to take a look at my sketches later. Alright, that should be all for the introduction. If there are no more questions, let's get along for the year. For now, I want all of you to do a quick sketch of Bye, Sensei. See you next week. Yes, goodbye. I'll bring the extra chairs to the classroom. Koka-senpai, I'll help. Almost everyone has left, so I guess I could ask him now. I walked over to where Sensei was standing. Sensei, can I ask you for some advice? Anytime, what is it? It's about my gallery piece for the open house next week. Oh yes, the open house. What do you have? I feel that my sketches of the sakura are too lifeless to signify hope and wouldn't have any meaning if the people looking at it didn't understand what it stood for. Ah, I see. First things first. Remember what I said earlier on? To others, it may be insignificant, but to the person who expressed something, it is still art. However, since your piece is meant to signify something because it's done according to the gallery theme, yes, some reworking may be needed. I thought so. After all, I'm only an amateur, so what am I to be talking about expression? That is not necessarily the case. Of course, as an amateur, having a good learning attitude and starting by copying is one way to learn. I did so. But that isn't expression. Again, it depends on how you see it. Expression can be original or it can be an altered form of something already existing. When an artist paints a picture of a river he saw, is that original or is that copied? If I say it's original, that's not true because it was not something the painter formed from his imagination. But then again, he recollected how he saw the river and produced it by himself, so it isn't completely copied either. And using something known to make something new is common in even non-visual arts like literature as well. I honestly don't know. You see, there are no straight answers in art. Yes. If you start from copying as you are now and continue experimenting, you will eventually find your own method of expression. And that's your art. Did you go a long way to find your own method of expression? Definitely. The thing that I have said today and the things I will be teaching have all been learned through hard work. I see, thank you. Not a problem. But of course, everything starts with hard work. I don't feel confident experimenting with new things, but it will be fascinating to learn about other kinds of art and techniques. I was a little worried about having a new teacher, but now it seems that I'll be able to learn more than I thought I could. I'm looking forward to his lessons. By the way, Asami, is that a more or less finalized idea? I think so, but I may change it over the week. That's fine, but it will be a painting, right? Yes. Alright, then I'll set you a piece to flank Shimoda's model for the gallery plan. But didn't Kaga already create a gallery plan last week? About that, Kaga was asked by Tatsuno-sensei to create a gallery plan. I saw, but it isn't very organized and aesthetically balanced, so I'll change it. But it's the last thing that Tatsuno-sensei wanted Kaga to do, and Kaga seemed pretty eager about it. Isn't it bad to just change it without telling him? Sensei, how about letting Kaga know first? Know what? Phew, that was a long walk with those chairs. Kaga? Perfect timing. You did the gallery plan for the open house, didn't you? Yeah, and she helped. Is there something wrong with it? I'd like to change some parts of it. Was my plan a bad one? I thought it was pretty organized. Well, for one, I understand that Tatsuno didn't want to have a main piece this year. But after looking at the creations, I've decided that we should have one. Really? Whose will it be? Kino's model. Given its size, it will catch the attention of visitors first, so it should be right in the center of the room. Kino, as in Kinoshita. He sure likes shortening our names. Kinoshita. Like, I need to read it first and then... yeah, because I'm reading it in English. Kinoshita. Okay, Kino. I walked over to the trolley to organize the paintbrushes while Koga and Sensei began discussing the gallery plan. But that would mean it's sticking out of nowhere in the room. Having a big model as a main would only look nice if there were a few smaller ones. Which is why we will have the smaller sculptures near it while we mount the paintings up on the walls. This way it will better balance out our original plan. Wouldn't that look really crowded though? We can use the space outside the art room as well, you know. I'm really hoping that this chapter is going to end because I'm feeling bad again. And I don't know if I'm going to continue in here. It's taking a lot of time, like the second chapter is like taking a lot of time. That I know, but to prevent the breakage of the pieces, we will not display any of them outside the room. What? Not even the paintings? They would look like posters rather than paintings if left out like that, and that would be too pitiful. I hope you accounted for walking space. This room isn't very big. Don't worry, I got a good grasp of the space in the room when I came in earlier. If you say so. Trust me, my experience with galleries isn't based on nothing. I have to admit that what you said does make sense, but maybe we shouldn't put all the focus on the large model. What do you suggest then? We'll have the smaller models all around the room rather than in the center, and we move Kinoshita's piece to the right. That's one idea, but Kino's piece will cast a shadow on the others in that case. Oh right, how about this area then? It still stands out, but is facing the window. This one is good. Hearing that they had come to a consensus, I glanced at them and Koga was smiling smugly. These two seem to have lots of conflicting views, but maybe they work better together as a result. I have some experience with setting up exhibits too, you know. Judging from your gallery plan, I can tell. Koga has experience. I wonder if he did stuff like that in Bidai. And they've decided on the setup in the room, but not about the space outside. So what do we do with the space outside since we're not using it for display? I'll be using the space outside actually. Huh? What for? I thought that just having an art display might be a little too plain for an open house, so I'm thinking of holding an event. That actually sounds fun. We didn't do anything like that in the past years. But what should we do? Art clubs usually don't have much to show apart from their pieces. Setting up a food stall doesn't make much sense. We could hold a workshop session. With you leading it? Since I'm the teacher, yes, but the seniors could take turns as well. That isn't a problem, but what will the members do? The members could guide those who need help. All right, but I'll prefer it if Jill leads the whole workshop session to prevent disorientation. Did Kaga just call him Jill? That's fine by me. I'm used to giving mini lectures when I'm at work. He's not saying anything. He's totally ignoring it. Okay, that's settled then. The workshop should be around 30 to 40 minutes since the visitors would want to go to other stalls. All right, that is a good length. By the way, about Jill. Koga's gonna get it. Jill is going overboard, way overboard. You can just go around nicknaming teachers. That's just plain rude and disrespectful. It's a nice nickname. I like it. See, but this is like something that it kind of goes along with what I was telling you about the hashi, the chopsticks. It's like we are like fine with things, but they are just so picky and prejudiced by everything and every little, I don't know, thing, like they're just like so much. And I mean, in a certain way you can like understand, because they were closed. Okay, their country was closed for many years. Okay, and we kind of need to understand that. But at the same time, it's like they are living the 21st century with a mentality from the 19th century. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And you feel that constantly, like that mentality from the freaking 19th century, and you're like, okay. Oh, really? I thought so too, but I actually did it to annoy you. Try harder next time. Sure, you'll get an upgrade soon. That did not just happen. I can't believe Koga just addressed the teacher using a nickname, and the teacher himself is totally okay with it. I don't understand the dynamics of their relationship. I foresee more conflict between these two in the days to come. Oh god, can we get like the end? I'm sorry, but I would love to continue, but I think I really need to go. I left the house early to sketch some of the last remaining sakura, so I thought I would only be 5 minutes ahead. But looks like I'm way too early again. I should have taken the normal train instead of the express one. I better check the timetables again next week. Good morning. Oh, Matsubayashi-san, good morning. Every time I see him, he's at the computer. Don't tell me he came early today as well. By the way, I'm going to do like another save in here probably. Sure. I wonder how much work he took on from Ejiri. I'm really curious, but I shouldn't ask. Besides, if Ejiri pushed his work onto Takahara because he didn't want to stay overtime, that must mean that both of them are handling quite a large volume of work. The editorial department can get busy, but it seems like marketing isn't easy either. We are all adults, so I shouldn't do unnecessary things, but seeing someone get bullied like this doesn't sit well with me either. Matsubayashi-san, is there something on my face? Huh? I mean, you have been staring at me for a while, so... ask if you had breakfast. I was just wondering if you had breakfast today. Takahara smiled at my words, perhaps understanding the intent behind what seemed like a casual question. Thank you for your concern. I did have breakfast today. Really, that's good then. Sorry for making you worry. Not at all. I guess he understood what I was trying to ask. Well, if he's fine with it, I won't get myself involved. Let me take a look at my sketches again before Shiharu-san comes. This year's gallery theme is hard to work with. I thought Sakura signaling the new year as hope would be good. But with so little flowers left on this branch, it's not very hopeful at all. Besides, the flowers I sketched seem to be drooping and lifeless, thanks to the rain that washed them off just when they were at the peak of their blossoming. Sensei did say that I should rework them, but maybe I should not use Sakura after all. No, I think you could, she could totally use the Sakura and the rain in it and all of it, in a way that it would be artistic and symbolizing the hope. Yeah, it would. I wonder what other motifs I can use. Spring birds, but I painted G's for autumn, so I don't want to do birds again. Children, I could do that at the sandbox where the neighborhood kids play, but that's kind of cheesy. Maybe when I get back home, I can ask Mom what she thinks would pair off well with the sakura blossoms. Morning. As soon as I heard Shiharu's greeting, I quickly put my sketch back in its file and looked up to face her. Good morning, Shiharu-san. Good morning, Maeda-san. Morning, both of you. Did I imagine it, or did Shiharu-san just frown briefly when she saw Takahara? Asami, let's get to work. We have to hurry with First Star's column so that you can get started on the open house brochures. Yes. I guess it's not my place to bother, but it's unthinkable that someone like Takahara would get in trouble. Being anxious about my gallery piece is making me oversensitive about other things. I better take my mind off it and concentrate on work. Sorry to have kept you over time again, Asami, but with this, we'll be ready to send over the open house brochures. Not at all, I'm glad we finished it for the week. I really appreciate it. This time of the year can be worse than the closing year rush, but it's tiring enough of its own. Could you pass me all those files on your table? Yes, here. Shiharu-san took the files from me and looked through the titles. First Star, Prince Al's Bog, Genteki Boys, okay. Alright, that's all. You better go. Alright then, I will take my leave for the day. What about you, Shiharu-san? I'll be leaving as soon as I send this email to Maiko. Okay, good night and take care. Thank you, I'm expecting good work from you next week. I'll do my best. As I picked up my bag, I glanced over to the marketing department. Oh, there's no one at the marketing department. They must have all left. I guess that means Takahara finished his work as well. Good for him. Mom, thanks for dinner. The fried tofu was great. Thank you, Mom, for the tofu, but I am allergic. I cannot have it. Yeah, that's true. I'm glad to hear that. I almost went soggy with all the waiting. Sorry, we had lots of things to clear up for the week. Well, that is working life for you. You are just getting a taste. That's kind of exciting, but daunting at the same time. How's your back and ankle? My ankle is getting better, but my back feels a little stiff every now and then. But it will heal. Of course it will. Why wouldn't it? The backrest is handy, I hope. The backrest is good, but as you age, things mend slower, you know. True, yeah. That just means more nice dinners for me. Cheeky girl. I'm just praising you. I'll be staying here to work on my piece for the gallery. You go on and rest. Alright, don't stay up too late. I won't. Now to get started on my piece. Mom said that an arrangement of flowers might be nice, but I'm not familiar with that. Let me rework what I did in the morning first. Wait, where's my sketch? Asami, let's get to work. We have to... Yeah, she left it in there. I must have accidentally put the file with the sketch underneath the stack. Really appreciate it. This time of the year can be worse after closing year. But it's tiring enough. Could you pass me all those files on your table? Yes, here. Oh. And handed it over with the others. Ah. I only need to return to the office next week since it's Friday today, which means I won't be able to work on it the whole weekend. No way. I better go and get it. Mom, I'm stepping out for a while. No, I'm just concerned if when she didn't hand her the paper too. It's just that. The sketch, I mean. What now? Where are you going? The office? But it's already 8:30. I'll be back soon. Wait, Asami? She should have taken an umbrella. Really, please, let's get this as like the last one. I need to go. And honestly, my vocal cords are really hurting by now. I take back what I said in the morning. I love express trains. 9:25, security locks up the building at 9:30, so I'm just in time. Girl, why are you here so late at night? Good evening. I came to pick up something I forgot. Place? Edo Publishing. Just when I was going to lock up the doors. Next time, don't forget. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Whatever, just let me get my sketches. Sign here. Spare key, huh? Is something the matter? The key isn't here. So I can get in? Wait. The security guard took out his walkie-talkie and began communicating with his colleague. Suzuki, you are on your rounds. Did you see the key for Edo Publishing? What? Okay, there's someone coming up. After a few moments, he turned to me. Someone was in the office up until a minute ago, so the door isn't locked. You should just go up. Someone in the office? Shiharu-san? She was the only one left earlier on. Yeah, we know it's going to be the boy. Thank you very much. Hurry up, it's gonna rain. I'm definitely going to email their office to complain about his attitude. As I was heading towards the lobby, a muffled voice came from the other side of the hallway. I'm very sorry for the hold-up yesterday as well. Really, youngsters these days. I looked at the figure turning the corner, hoping to greet Shiharu-san, but the person who appeared was... Takahara-san? Matsubayashi-san, why would you come here so late at night? That's my line, didn't you leave before me? I actually only left to get a quick dinner. What about you? Did something happen? I left something important behind, so I came to get it. I see. Girl, thanks to you, it started raining. Can you just go up quickly and get your stuff? Suzuki, lock up after her. What a pain, on a Friday night too. Let's go, girl. What? The rain isn't my fault. Yes, I'm sorry. Good night, Takahara-san. Oh, good night. And security would just go, and the guy was still in there. Like, it doesn't happen like that in here. Like, at all. At all. Yeah. Well, mostly because security usually, it's not always, but security stays for 24/7. So, yeah. But in here, it's like different. That's sure. Oh, there. Shouldn't have put it with the other files. I was too careless. Done yet? Yes, I am. Thank you for waiting. Why are youngsters nowadays always in the office? You guys should have better things to do. And you guys have better things to do? I wonder if Takahara was here until late the other day. I'll just ask this geezer for curiosity's sake. Does that man who just left stay this late often? That handsome guy? He sure does. Last week, the day before, yesterday, today, I've seen him so many times at closing hours. The day before, Takahara wasn't even at the office that day. Does that mean he came back after class just to work? That's a little too much, isn't it? To be at the office on a Friday night, his girlfriend must be suffering. Girlfriend, from the way Takahara talked about, I thought he didn't have one. Not like I care anyway. Thank you again, I've caused trouble. You sure did, man, how to deal with this rain. Finally here? Yeah, sorry and thank you. Just go, your boyfriend is waiting. Huh? That boy from just before is your boyfriend, isn't he? He's waiting for you in his car. What? Does he mean Takahara? Oh, so that one was your boyfriend, no wonder. No, he... Matsubayashi-san. Takahara-san. I'm glad you haven't left yet. It took me some time to bring the car over. Not quite catching on, I answered Takahari hesitantly. You needed something? I thought I would give you a lift home, since it seems you didn't bring an umbrella with you. Oh, no, it's fine. I can wait here till the rain stops. Girlie, we ain't gonna be here waiting. I can run to the train station. It's not very far from here. But it's a heavy rain. You'll get soaked. It's alright. I don't want to trouble you. It's no trouble at all. But it's this late. I shouldn't make you drive just because of my own forgetfulness. You two are like a cute soap opera, but we like to lock up and go home, you know? Girl, he's being sincere. Give him some face. This old man. Then how about this, as thanks for your breakfast the other day? That... Do you remember I said I would return the favor? He actually really meant that. I thought it was just out of politeness. Is it quite a heavy rain? This old man said they are gonna lock up and leave, but they'll probably start drinking once we leave. I sure don't want to get stuck with them late at night on a Friday. And I came out in a rush, so I didn't bring a bag. The sketches would get wet if I run. Matsubayashi-san, would it be alright if I drove you? Then please do. Sorry for the trouble. Not at all, the car is just down the steps. Matsubayashi-san, I'll hold the umbrella, so please get in before you get wet. Thank you. This feels so weird. I've not had someone drive me in ages or hold an umbrella for me, for that matter. Matsubayashi-san, may I know where you live? I'm at the Hills apartment at Onmachi, third town, 4th block. Alright, give me a minute to just key that into the GPS. GPS, he sure sounds practiced with this kind of thing. Seems like it'll take about 20 minutes. Oh, Matsubayashi-san, could you put on your seatbelt? Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it, let's go. I didn't even remember seatbelts existed. What? You don't see seatbelts on trains, plus the last time I took a taxi was a neon ago, and even then I didn't have to wear seatbelts since I was sitting in the back seat. But I'm glad I took up Takahara's offer. The rain is so heavy that I can't see anything outside. It's getting kind of chilly too. Achoo! Is it too cold for you? Should I turn on the heater? Oh no, don't concern yourself. I was just feeling cold myself. It's raining after all. Saying so, Takahara switched the heaters on with his left hand while keeping his right hand on the steering wheel. I really want to finish this because I need to. And I need to eat too. It's like lunch time right now. And I'm getting really hungry. Yeah, and my voice is like sore and all of it. But I'm kind of feeling maybe we get some kind of scene in here, CG or something. So I'm like, I'm trying to stretch this, but I'm like, oh my god, can we just move on? Thank you. Don't mention it. It would be kind of rude to just sit here silently. Takahara-san, I didn't know you could drive. Do you always drive to work? Not always, sometimes when the car is available. So it isn't your car. It's my father's car. I see, I hope you finished your work. Yes, I finally did, thank you. I'm glad I heard from the security guard that you've been staying overtime since last week. Takahara laughed softly and a little awkwardly at my words. Yes, I have been, actually. I keep forgetting the time, and they always have to come up to remind me. I feel so sorry for them. Those old men are so rude that it would do to give them more work, actually. But I wonder exactly what kind of work he took on from Ejiri. Even if they are in the same department, they probably do different things. Like, this is like what I was saying about like the lack of honorifics in here. Like, she would never just say Ejiri, or she would always use like the honorific with the name. Takahara-san, if I may ask, what do you actually do for work? I do title marketing on social media, maintenance of the titles, and promotions on the websites. Sometimes I also do research for potential consumer bases and think of more ways to draw in consumers from other age groups. It's getting hard for me. I see. And Ejiri-san? Ejiri-san has been here for longer than I have, so he does things such as market planning, budgeting, and work in the advanced sales materials and distribution sections. Sounds tough. Was it difficult for you to pick up on what he was doing? Well, Ejiri-san asked if I could do it. He had already finished part of the budgeting, so I was able to draft a marketing plan from scratch. And since I had the marketing environment from my research, I wouldn't say that it was difficult. Marketing environment. Yes, to customers, competitors, trends, and things like that. I see. So he did the bulk of Ejiri's work then. No wonder he had to work overtime for so many days. I'm sorry, such a talk must be boring, and it was rude of me to keep talking. Not at all, I was the one who asked. And it's interesting to know that there are so many other things going on in the same company. If you say so, I'm glad. But by the way, Matsubayashi-san, did you find what you were looking for? Yes, I did, thankfully. That's good to hear. Do you mind if I ask what it is? It's just some sketches of Sakura for my club. Oh, club, and Matsubayashi-san is in the art club. It's for the open house gallery. The open house that our company is working on? Yes, it's Takahara-san in a club. Me? No, I've decided to concentrate on the internship and learn more as I go along. Oh, that's probably why he doesn't mind doing Ejiri's part of the work, I guess. At this moment, I caught sight of a few colorful items on the dashboard. What's that? Pressed flowers on a notebook. I don't know how you say this. Gerberas? Do you say it like that? You probably say it like the Gerberas. I don't know. I'm saying this because we have this same exact flower type, and it's written like that, but we pronounce it in another way. That's why I'm like thinking I don't actually know how you pronounce in English. Oh, I'm sorry, I left my notebook laying around. Please don't apologize. It's your family car. You like do you say Gerberas? I don't know how you say it. I know how we say it, but I don't know how you say it. But it's always good because I learn, you know?
Gerbera.
Oh, you say je. Okay, Gerbera. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because we say Gerbera too, but I was like, would you say it in that way? Or I always have like this issue with... So for us, the gi sounds when it's close to an I or an E, it sounds like a G. Okay, so I always have like, it's not for you, it doesn't work like that. But for us, it always works like that. And that's why I was like, do they say it in that way or not? Okay, gerberas, okay. I choose gerberas because they are spring flowers. Oh, I didn't know they were spring flowers. The rest of the pressed flowers are as well: white anemone, iris, a four-leaf clover, golden bell. He seems to know quite a lot about flowers. I so want to get this done. I really want, because I'm even getting hungry and all, and I'm not even feeling very well. But yeah, whatever. Dudes, are you going to give me like a scene or something, or am I just like stretching these? Four-leaf clovers are for happiness, so it's a lucky charm. That too, but these flowers all mean one thing. Matsubayashi-san, are you familiar with Hanakotoba? Okay, Japanese flower language. I have little knowledge of it. I see, all these flowers actually mean hope. Hope, that's a nice symbol for spring. Takahara answered a little hesitantly. Yes, it is. Is it just me, or despite agreeing, he looks kind of sad? And I didn't know there were so many flowers meaning hope. To gather so many of such flowers, I wonder if he has something he wants. Wait, hope. Isn't that the theme of our club's gallery? Wow, this is great. Now I can think of more ideas over the weekend. Overjoyed at the unexpected hint, I spoke cheerfully. Thank you, Takahara-san. Eh? Because you told me about the flowers, I got an idea for my gallery piece. Takahara looked slightly whimsical at my explanation, but replied nevertheless. Sorry. Oh, I'm glad that something so insignificant helped you. It's not insignificant at all. If you say so, I'm glad. You will soon arrive at your destination. Turn right in 40 meters. That was faster than expected, and the rain has let up. Wow, the streaks left by the rain makes the world outside look slightly distorted. In comparison, the pressed flowers really brighten up the car, especially in the darkness of the night and gloomy atmosphere of the rain. Not to mention that the flowers signify hope. Somehow I feel like I've gotten some really good inspiration for my piece. The car slowed to a stop and Takahara turned to me. Hill's apartment, is this the right place? Yes, it is. Thank you very much for the lift. I touched the door handle as I spoke, but Takahara stopped me. Oh, Matsubayashi-san, please wait. Eh? Why is he going around the car to my side? Yeah, I was expecting a CG. I was like, we're going to get a CG in here. That's why I was kind of like trying to rush, but I was like, oh my god. Matsubayashi-san, the ground is still wet, so please be careful. Oh, and be careful not to bump your head too. As I stared at the hand offered to me and the other shielding the top so that I wouldn't hurt my head, I was silent for a few moments, unable to react. I did think that he was a polite person, but this is unexpected. Does politeness and chivalry, it's hard. I always have this issue with this word. Chivalry, I cannot. No, I cannot. Come in a single package. Chivalry. Okay, it's coming. Matsubayashi-san. Hearing him call out my name, I snapped out of my thoughts. Oh, sorry. Apologizing, I hesitantly placed my hand on his and he returned my grip, tightening just a little as I stepped out of the car. The chilly night air hit me as soon as I exited, and Takahara gently let go of my hand. Are you all right? Yes, I was just spacing out. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Please give me a moment. Takahara returned to his car and began looking for something. What is he doing? If you like, here are some ginger tablets. Huh? Why is he giving me ginger tablets? Takahara-san, these are... It's supposed to be taken before a car ride, but it may help a little now. Before a car ride? What's that supposed to mean? It means that motion sickness. Okay? Yeah, some people need to, like, For me, it's more when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling by when I'm doing a flight thing. Ginger really helps with motion sickness. And I think he's kind of thinking, because he's like that considerate type of guy. And he's probably thinking like she's sick from motion sickness from coming on the car, and that's why he's giving the ginger things. Well, whatever, I shouldn't hold him up any longer. Thank you very much for your consideration and for going out of your way to drive me home. If you did not know about this, I will tell you, yes, ginger helps with motion sickness. So if you're planning like going on a flight or something, yes. Even like during the flight, you can like use like ginger gum. Yeah, it helps, okay? Not at all, it was to repay the favor. I shall excuse myself now. Good night, Matsubayashi-san. Good night. He got into the car and through the window gave me a small nod before driving off. As I watched the car grow smaller and disappear into the distance, I wondered how far Takahara had to drive back to his own home. However, my thoughts quickly returned to my sketches and I entered the apartment building quickly. I'm home. Mom's not here. She must have taken a shower. Thanks to Takahara, I got back quickly and managed to avoid the rain. I should get started on sketching some of those flowers he was talking about. Maybe I'll just look up some reference images on the internet first. As I reached the hand out of my file, I caught sight of the ginger tablets. Oh, the ginger tablets. Really, why did Takahara give them to me? There should be some explanation for its use on the back. Huh? Vertigo? Vertigo, motion sickness? See, as I was telling you. What, so Takahara thought I was spacing out because I was car sick? Asami, that is bizarre. Oh, hi, Mom. What are you laughing about? Nothing. Laughing to herself and rushing out like that. My daughter is becoming strange. Sorry, I had to get my sketches. I left them at the office. You must have been caught in the rain. No, I wasn't. See, I'm dry. Really, that's good then. Sorry, Mom, but if I tell you the truth, you won't give me peace for a long time. Now I'm really going to work on my sketches. All right, I'll be going to sleep now. Don't stay up too late. Yeah, good night. After seeing that Mom went into her room, I turned back to my sketches, but the ginger tablets caught my attention again. Vertigo tablets, Takahara Yuuya is an amusing guy. I kind of understand why the seniors like teasing him now. He's overly polite. He's the typical Japanese guy. Probably dense, overly polite, a little naive when it comes to jokes, and much too serious about certain things. He definitely fits the nice guy category. Yeah. After all, he waited and drove me back home just in exchange for a slice of leftover bread and a canned drink. His consideration of others could sometimes be to a fault, though, like how Ejiri pushed his work onto him. Takahara did mention that he accepted the work because he wanted to learn more, but I wonder what is the driving force for him to work so hard even though he's only an intern? I guess everyone has their ambitions and things they want to work towards. I really should stop getting distracted and start working on the sketch. Let's see. Gerber. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, like, I'm going to stay in here. Yeah. So this is the end of the second chapter and the end of the free demo. Thank you for playing. If you enjoyed our demo, please check the first version with... Oh, there's like the first version with Guillam's route as well. Okay, we do not get that. Okay, Guillam's route, estimated release. Okay, it's already released, I bet. We are interested in your opinion. Yeah, stay tuned. See you soon, okay? Please do not give me more. I need to go, please. Okay, it's the credits. Yeah. So, what do I have to say about this? I think for me, okay, Guillam, which is like the right way to say Guillam, is actually like the only one that I see as like the most interesting guy for me in here. But I don't know, like it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But when it's like this, when I feel like there's no guy in here that I'm really interested in, I feel like, you know, I feel that thing of like it was good, but you know, it's not actually getting into me because there's like no guy in here that really says something to me. But it's just that because honestly, I felt like the game was good. The game was good, you know. I have like nothing to say. I would feel like if you are more of the emotional type of person, you will probably feel like the protagonist is not someone you can relate to, okay? And I will totally get it, because I also get that when I'm doing overly emotional type of protagonists. I also feel like, oh, she's too much emotional for my person, you know. So there's that too. Okay, I will understand if you do not like it because of that. She's more the logic type of person. But that's it. We were able to finish, and I am completely off of my voice. So yeah, I'm going to leave the link in the description. This one is old and it's already out, and you can get it for like $10. I think it's something like that, if it's something that interests you. Okay. And that's it. I think we'll see each other tomorrow. Thank you very much for being in there. Thank you.